Autophagy, that elegant process of cellular self-cleaning, always seems to show up in conversations about fasting. It is like the quiet janitor of the body, working behind the scenes when the lights are dimmed and the kitchen is closed. During fasting, when no food is available, this janitor finally gets to sweep, polish, and recycle broken cellular furniture. The fascinating contradiction comes when we bring breakfast into the picture. Breakfast, with its warm coffee aroma and the temptation of buttered toast, is both a hero and a saboteur. On one side, it provides the brain with glucose, revs up metabolism, and gets you out the door with energy to spare. On the other side, it rings the metaphorical dinner bell that tells autophagy, shift over. We've got supplies, no need to fix anything right now. This is where time-restricted eating enters as the peace treaty between the breakfast enthusiast and the cellular janitor. Time-restricted eating works like a scheduling hack for your biology. By pushing breakfast a little later in the morning, you extend your natural overnight fast, which gives autophagy more hours to run its repair program. Imagine your cells happily cleaning all night, recycling misfolded proteins and old mitochondria, when suddenly they see you're still not eating at 7 a.m. They rub their metaphorical hands together, delighted. Another 2 hours? Perfect. Let's get those lysosomes in gear. Yet when you finally decide to eat, the system shifts smoothly into nourishment mode, and you still get your breakfast energy, just on a slightly delayed schedule. The idea is that by managing the timing rather than eliminating food, you can sneak in more autophagy benefits without walking around all morning as a grumpy zombie craving coffee. The science behind this is compelling but also nuanced. Fasting isn't a magic switch that flips autophagy from off to on. It's more like a dimmer, gradually turning up as nutrient signals get quieter. The longer you extend the fast, the stronger the autophagic activity. Delaying breakfast can therefore create a middle ground, enough fasting to nudge cells into repair mode, but not so much that you faint while trying to send emails. Of course, there's a balance to be struck. Autophagy is wonderful, but running out of energy is not. The brain especially loves glucose in the morning, and while ketones from longer fasts can eventually take over, not everyone thrives on pushing breakfast too far into the day. A professional athlete, for example, may find that delaying breakfast feels like trying to sprint with a flat tire. What makes this contradiction funny is that your body doesn't speak in slogans. It doesn't actually care about the debate between breakfast is the most important meal and fasting makes you live longer. It just reads signals and adapts. Autophagy activates when energy is scarce, pauses when fuel is available, and resumes when the kitchen closes again. Breakfast doesn't destroy autophagy, it just interrupts its shift. The janitors grumble, take a break, maybe grab a muffin themselves, and then come back later. Meanwhile, you get the joy of food, which also matters for health, because let's face it, life without breakfast pancakes is far less exciting. In many ways, time-restricted eating is simply a modern remix of something humans have done naturally for millennia. People didn't always have refrigerators or all-night diners, so eating windows were shorter, and fasting was built into daily rhythms. Today, it's framed as biohacking, but in reality, it's just giving your cells a little extra time to tidy up before the next meal arrives. The trick is to do it with flexibility and humor rather than turning it into another rigid rule. Maybe some mornings you eat at 8 a.m., other days at 10, and both are perfectly fine. Your cells won't file a complaint with human resources, they'll just adjust. So the contradiction is less a battle and more a comedy of timing. Breakfast brings fuel, autophagy brings repair, and both are essential. Delaying breakfast is like saying to your cells, okay, finish mopping the floors before I start cooking. Some days, you need the energy right away, and it's better to eat. Other days, you can give the janitors an extra hour and let them shine. The best part? You can laugh about it either way because in the grand scheme, your body is on your side, whether you're sipping black coffee in the name of fasting or happily chewing a bagel while autophagy taps its foot and waits for the next quiet shift.